So this is NERVA Ship, a big massive vehicle intended to make use of the nuclear engines in a kind of realistic way on a large scale. So as you can see here, putting the landing gear down, making sure the payload bay is shut, and commencing with one of many landing burns to try and get the landing at least reasonably slow. You can see we've got a bit of blue lighting with them light strips on the side. And touchdown. Bit of a bounce. Little burn. And just use an RCS to avoid slamming the tiny nose wheel into the ground. And more RCS to keep the nose on the ground. And applying the brakes, and see very little happening because tiny wheels come with tiny brakes. The reason I couldn't use bigger wheels was because this is my new career mode save, so haven't unlocked any bigger wheels, so I have to make do with little ones. Got 8 nuclear engines on the back, and those 2 antenna dishes, the relay antennas, are a bit unnecessary for this because their relay capabilities aren't being used, and redundant antennas don't make a great deal of sense in this game anyway. You can see all the little fixed solar panels, which could be weight saving, but there's so many of them, probably would have been worthwhile using extendable ones. Will this thing ever stop? You can see there's a docking port on the back as well as a shielded one on the nose. That underglow lighting looks quite cool on the surface, I have to say. Even in time warp, this takes a long time to slow down. Right, and now we're finally stopped. Inside the payload bay there's a lab module and a few science experiments. Just need to enable all of the tanks to see correct delta V indications now. And once the science is done, we just need to turn off the handbrake, light up the engines and taxi towards 90-degree heading for an efficient takeoff to orbit. There again, the fuel expended taxiing may make this less of an efficiency gain. And just need to go up to full throttle about now. And bring the nose up a bit. lift off, and then a dangerously close pass to the ground. And getting the gear up. And turning off the engines to rotate the right way. And then lighting back up all 8 nuclear engines to circularize. And now just a little adjustment burn. Close enough. And then for the escape maneuver. And now onto a great big burn in solar orbit, because I've done this transfer in a really terrible way. Yeah, 1,600 meters per second is no small burn, even for the nuclear engine. Right, and just carefully does it to get the approach to carbon just right. Right, that burn's finished. So now we're making our approach to carbon. The lights back on. And we don't have enough fuel to end up in a low orbit, so we'll be leaving this in an elliptical orbit for a return craft to come up, dock and take the crew home. As this thing has no capability to enter the atmosphere at all. Looks really nice just descending towards Kerbin like this. Waiting for the time to light up the engines. Oh yeah, an ignition. I will probably be doing a future video about retrofitting this thing, fixing all of its issues, like this bigger landing gear, removing the vertical thrusters, the thud engines on the sides. And also of course refueling, recrewing and all that kind of thing. But with this burn finished, that's that mission finished.